Okay. Yeah, just straighten out eventually. It looks frozen to me, but yeah, let's set it up right here. I'm still not gonna trust it there. I think I would trust it sitting right there than I would trust it anywhere else. Because it's flat and everything is on the table so it won't fall. Oh, I got to be looking at, hold on. I'm gonna have to, man, look like it's gonna rain out here or something. It definitely looks like it's gonna rain. Hold on. Wait a minute. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna turn it down. Beautiful. Broke. Okay. Break warning about. I don't know if you they got always got this crazy stuff on about, like the shooting and stuff that be going on between so-called white people and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? And that's what's on now. You see what I'm saying? And if when they turn around, like if it's so-called white, so-called Caucasian, white on white crime and all that kind of stuff, they kind of like be reluctant about showing they be hating it. You know what I mean? But if a so-called black man turns around and do a so-called white person something like that, every other commercial and movie or whatever else is on TV that's playing, they're gonna shut that whole TV thing down. You probably won't even get to see nothing but when it's related to a so-called black man or whatever doing crimes against the so-called white man, which the enemy, the devil that the Bible speaks of, things of that nature. But as long as it's black on black crime, like that dude went over there in Buffalo in the grocery store and shot and killed them innocent senior citizens and stuff like that, then you know what I'm saying? Nobody, it's like our people are programmed and conditioned when it's another so-called white person doing something. They kind of like tries to butter it up and all that. But no, I'm gonna tell the truth about it. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is. And when you do wrong, it comes back on you. You see what I'm saying? And that's how it's gonna happen. You can't do wrong and get by. Like the older people would always say, your ass can't do wrong and think you don't never do nothing wrong and think you're gonna get by with it because it will not happen. Mm-hmm. It's not gonna happen. Yep. your ass is not getting off. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna try to silence your free speech and stuff like. I mean, they call it free, but we not really free. No, we're not really free. No. But like I said, that's why I say I can relate to all these things. You see what I'm saying? Like the so-called the so-called white man. As long as if a person come on here and you bear witness to their powers and whatever, they not gonna mess with you. But as long as my spirit bear witness with the people of my race, the so-called Hispanics, blacks, and natives of America, they gonna do something. When you say something against them, they're gonna shut you down. But you cannot continue to keep going on doing doing us wrong, and so-called people of color, so-called black people, whatever, and think 1 minute or whatever that's not going to come back on you. Yeah, because you know what I'm saying. I'm the only people that I'm concerned about is my people. I'm not thinking about nobody else's people, or the other race of people don't concern me. My own people do. You see what I'm saying? And how do we know that the so-called white man is the devil on the planet? Because think about it. The word devil just simply means to deceive. And the so-called white man exhibit all of the characteristics. You see what I'm saying? So what does that make him? The enemy and the devil on the planet. That's what he is. You see what I'm saying? Because they are the number one wickedest race of people on the planet. They are not the top chief to evil in the world, because you see it when you go on the news, when you turn on your television and stuff like that, and you can see it, that they are. It is what it is. So I just want to I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna talk. If I can think of something else, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna talk some more about it. You know what I mean? And then what's so killing about it, our people be talking about, we need to get, when it comes to our people's condition is to sit up there and take up for the so-called white man, this and that and the third. When the so-called white man, we need to talk about how much they need to be exterminated and stuff, and need to be off the planet too, because they are, according to God. God gonna wipe their ass off the planet and get rid of their ass. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen, and they need to, because they ain't been nothing. That's all they've been, is a cancer to the planet. You see what I'm saying? And they still is. They always will be. They don't care. That I don't give a damn, because they not my brothers and sisters. They not. And you just got to pay for what you done. You do something to one race and so-called blacks, you do it, you got to pay for what you're doing. There's a consequences for everything that you do. So on that note, I'm gonna head up out of here, and I'm gonna come back at you all, and I'm gonna do, we're gonna talk a little bit more or whatever. Let me go. Matter of fact, hold on wait a minute. We're gonna come back, and we're gonna talk some more about this situation. Yeah. So on that note, I'm gonna see y'all later here. I'm trying to turn it off now.